of the internets. Welcome to another live stream. It's good to see you guys. Let's see who's going to get first in the chat tonight. You can tell what kind of sleep schedule I'm on based on when I've been doing my streams here recently. So I'll let you guess, right? I'll let you guess, but let's see who's going to get first in the chat tonight. We'll wait for that. wait for that. And while we do that, we'll go ahead and get comments pulled up and situated and all that good stuff. All right. I know here recently the chat box on our main stream here has not been wanting to pop up for me. It seems to work fine on post stream. Try to figure that out. What's up, Ghost? Ghost is gonna get first tonight. What's up, dude? Welcome, Ghosty boy. How you doing? Sanchez, what's up, dude? Kate, what's up? Mike, what's up? Cade, my boy, what is up? What's up, Wonder Bro? How have you been? I've been good, dude. Hope everybody is having a good start to their 2022. Isn't that insane? Isn't that crazy? Is it just me, or did 2021 like fly by in the blink of an eye? I don't know. The past couple years, actually, I don't. It's just mind blowing to me that we're in 2022 already. Oh my God! Woo! Sanchez, why do I do that to myself every single time? I wish you guys knew how loud that was. Then you would understand why that scares the shit out of me for a split second. Sanchez, you said you were going to do it, and you did it. Sanchez is sponsoring today. Sponsor for 69, of course. We are on our 69-day streak, so Sanchez called the sponsor spot for today, coming in with the $69 tip. Can we give a big round of applause in the chat to my boy Sanchez? Sanchez, thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate you. Sanchez, you the man. You the man. Ghost said I knew he was going to do that. I knew he was going to do that. It was coming. I didn't expect it that quick. That's why it scared the shit out of me a little bit, but I knew it was coming. Appreciate that, Sanchez. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. 69-day streak, 69 tip. We are moving on. I'm glad I just thought about that. I almost forgot that. We're moving on to a 70-day streak, and we haven't even been streaming for 2.5 minutes yet. We're moving on to a 70-day streak. Give my boy some love. Show my boy some love in the chat. It only takes a second. Don't be lazy. It only takes a second. Show my boy some love in the chat. All right. So what are we talking about tonight? Guys? Again, thank you, Sanchez, so much for that, dude. I love you, bro. What are we talking about tonight? Tonight, we are talking about, can you be recovered from sensitization but still have some anxiety? Everybody give a round of applause to Kate in the chat for this suggestion. See, I check your video suggestions. I do. I check your video suggestions. It might take me some time to get to them, but I do check them. So Kate is who we have to thank for this idea tonight. She asks, can you recover from sensitization but still have some anxiety? She worded it like this: can you still have some anxiety after sensitization in other areas of your life? Like, I guess she's referring to specific things that you need to overcome, specific things that you still need to work on even after you get out of the sensitized state. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Let's see the live count. Already got a spam bot in here. Nice, dude. That was quick. Man, they're on it. They are on it. So chat is about to fill up. I think we're already filling up. We might as well go ahead and get started. Why wait around any longer? So as I said, tonight we're going to be talking about, can you be recovered from sensitization but still have some anxiety? So personally, I believe first things first, we need to make very clear what sensitization is, because if you're not very clear on what sensitization is, there's really no point to go any further than that. So take a big deep breath. Now let's ramble. What is sensitization? That's what we need to know before anything. Sensitization is a state of anxiety, right, where your nerves are completely, some would call it fried or tired. It is the peak of the tired nervous system experience, right? So if you are what we call sensitized, it means that you have added so much worry, so much obsession, you have lived in so much fear, right? You've been adding so much fear to the way that you feel, as Dr. Claire Weeks put it, that you have officially tired out your nervous system. Now, if you're sensitized, believe me, I always put it this way, which some people, I guess it's not a very satisfying answer, but I always put it this way. If you are sensitized, believe me when I say you will know. Believe me when I say you will know. There's usually no doubt in your mind if you're sensitized. When you are sensitized, which, like I just said, it means you have a very tired nervous system from all the fear that you've been adding to the way that you feel and the thoughts that you've been having. If you are sensitized, there's varying degrees to it, but it's almost like a constant sort of anxiety. And I don't mean a panic. I just mean a lot of things set you off, a lot of things trigger you as you go throughout your day. Even the smallest of things, the most minor things can set your nerves off and trigger you. So that's what it means to be sensitized. It means you have a very fragile and tired nervous system that can be set off by pretty much anything, right? If you're severely sensitized, your very fragile nervous system can be set off by pretty much anything. The things that would normally not set you off, from your own thoughts, your intrusive thoughts especially, right, to even little minor everyday things, right? So when I say you will know you're sensitized, when you're sensitized, believe me, you will know, right? It's nothing to fear, but you will know. It's nothing to fear, but you will know. So that's what it means to be sensitized. It means you have a very, very, very super fragile nervous system. Now, Kate asks, after you heal from that, once you learn to stop fighting with these thoughts and feelings, once you adopt an accepting mindset, you see it right through, you drop your coping methods, you drop your compulsions, you train your brain, you face the anxiety and lose the fear of it, right? Take it head on. Each day you wake up, the anxiety is there. You don't start worrying about it. You change your attitude. You say, okay, I need this. I'm going to see it right through. You start to lose your fear of it. Once you do that and you start to heal, okay, and then you get to a point where you start to wake up each day and not everything is setting you off anymore. This is a gradual process. It's not a bells and whistles moment. It's a gradual process. You slowly get to a point where not everything is setting the nerves off anymore. Not everything is causing you to experience a bunch of symptoms. You start to gradually ease back into what we call the real you, right? The you before sensitization. So slowly but surely this happens as you start to embrace the anxiety and lose the fear of it, right? Slowly but surely this happens as you start to change your mindset and use an accepting mindset. Slowly but surely you get back to the real you. Now the real question here that Kate has is, after that happens, after you heal from that sensitized state and you start to get back to the real you, is there a chance that you can still experience anxiety outside of that in other areas of your life? The answer to that question is yes, right? So you can be healed from the sensitized state, which means your nervous system is no longer on a hair trigger. Your nervous system is no longer fragile. It's no longer fried. You can be healed from the sensitized state and be quote-unquote back to normal, but still have some things in your life that you want to overcome or face. Specific fears, right? Or maybe even some triggers left over. Now, this is very important, all right? Understand that once you heal from the sensitized state, there's going to be a 90% chance that the things that you thought were triggers no longer bother you, right? Because when you're sensitized, it feels like everything's a trigger. So let's heal our nerves, right? And let's get to the place where we feel pretty good. We feel back to ourselves. We know we're not fried anymore. We don't have the fried nervous system anymore. And then let's see what remains. Is there a chance that there will be some triggers that remain? Yes. There might, be some triggers that still remain that you need to retrain, that you need to retrain your brain to, right? Perfectly normal, perfectly acceptable. But with that being said, the answer to your question is yes. But with that being said, there is a 90% chance that when you heal, most of the things that you thought were your triggers were just a part of having a very tired, fragile nervous system. Does that make sense? It was just a part of being on such a tired, worn down nervous system. And when you heal, the things that you thought were so important to you and they were just big old triggers, they will more than likely just fade away and they won't even bother you anymore. But let's say you heal and then you still feel triggered by a certain something. Now, I don't know what that is for you. Maybe it's a particular thought or concern that you have. Maybe it's a particular situation, that you don't like being put in. Whatever it is for you, I'm sure you know. But again, You know, I hate to sound like a broken record. Let's not worry too much about what we need to retrain and what we need to do with this trigger and that trigger. Let's heal the nerves. Let's get to a state where you feel, quote unquote, pretty normal. Let's get to a state where you know your nervous system is not so fried. And believe me, you'll know. There's no doubting it, right? I know that's not a satisfying answer, but there's no doubting it when you get to a point where your nervous system feels a lot better. So let's get to that point first, and then we'll worry about if there's any other triggers that remain, any other specific fears that you have that you need to face. You know, this situation triggers me, that thought still triggers me, the fear of that still triggers me, whatever that is for you. Let's heal the nerves, and then let's see if that's even there, right? And if it is there, which, again, answer to your question is yes, that is possible. If you do heal and you do get to a point where you feel normal, but you still have some things that trigger you, specific thought or situation, whatever, we can work on that. You've now got the tools to work on that, right? So you've healed your nervous system. You got a few triggers that still remain, right? For whatever reason, you've programmed your brain to be that way. You've healed your nerves. You're not what we would consider sensitized anymore, but you still got a few triggers, a few things that kind of set you off a little bit that you have a lot of fear of. We can tackle that now. You've got the skills to tackle that. You've got the tools to tackle that. If you were able to heal your nerves by losing the fear of anxiety and facing anxiety, right, the two main keys, just living your life, dropping the compulsions, the coping methods, no longer fighting with the thoughts and feelings, just seeing them right through, not trying to stop them, right? If you get to that point where you've healed the nerves using these skills that you now know, we can take those same skills, and here's the beautiful thing about it. We can take those same skills that you know and apply them to your more specific fears that didn't drop off when you healed, that still kind of stuck around because you feared them for however long, right? They weren't just a part of the tired nervous system. They are actual fears that you still have and still linger. We can use the same tools, the same skills to tackle those, right? So it's a constant improvement, and there's nothing wrong with that. To some people, they might think, damn, I wish I could just heal my nerves and then I had no fear whatsoever. You're not superhuman, right? Some people think when you heal your nervous system, you become this big, bad superhuman. And don't get me wrong, you are big and you are bad, but you don't become superhuman. You can heal your nerves and still have some fears. But if you wish to tackle those fears, you now have the tools and skills to do just that, right? But again, last point that I want to make before we get off this topic, and I know I've already said it like 4 times, but I like to repeat myself, right? I like to repeat myself so I can get my message home here. Again, let's probably telling people to worry about it's not a good choice of words. Let's focus on getting out of the sensitized state first, and then we'll see if you have any more specific fears that we need to tackle later with these skills that you learn to get out of the sensitized state. There you go. So, Kate, I hope that was a satisfying response to your question. Thank you for the question. I really do appreciate it. Again, give a huge shout out to Sanchez, guys. He was today's sponsor for this live stream. So can we all give a round of applause? Spam those emojis in chat for Sanchez, my boy. Let's also give a round of applause to Kate for even suggesting this stream. I appreciate the suggestion, Kate. I'm sure it'll help many, many people out there that are curious about this topic. So thank you guys so much. Sanchez, Kate, Sanchez, I love you guys. Everybody else, thank you for watching. We're going to head on over to the post stream and we're going to hang out with chat for a little. Ooh, I still got the 2022 with the Q&A up there. I probably should have fixed that yesterday. That's okay. That's fine. We'll do it now. We'll do it now. All right, there we go. So let's see what chat's up to. Let's get some music going. There you go. Okay. Let's see what chat's up to. What do you guys want to listen to? Not that we have that many choices. As you know, we're kind of limited to copyright-free junk, but what can you do about it? Brandon says, just stopping by to thank you for helping me on my recovery, broski. If I can talk today, we'll always be thankful. Of course, Brandon. Of course. No problem, dude. No problem, man. Happy to hear of your success. Yes, thank you for covering my topic. Hopefully it helps others as well. I believe it will. It's not the first time I've got that question, so I'm glad we finally got it covered. Let me turn my mic down a little bit because I feel like it's doing that weird thing when it's up too high. Is that a good volume? Can you guys hear me okay? Does that sound okay? I'm not doing anything weird? What's up, Truth? You must have snuck in late. How you doing? What's up, old mate? What's up, Purple? How you doing, dude? What's up, Perp? Let's see. Travis, what's up, dude? Giant, what's up? Metal, how you doing? 69 dudes. 69 dudes. Team 69. Again, shout out to Sanchez, man. I appreciate it. My boy came through. My boy came through. I appreciate the shit out of that. Let's see. Mike is pushing for another motivation video, man. He wants one of those recorded motivation videos, not like a live stream, but kind of like the channel trailer. Is that what you're talking about, Mike? Kind of in a way. A little bit more aggressive than that, though, I'd guess. People love the motivation streams, but the motivation videos, you know, you can add some music in there. You can make them a little bit dramatic. I think that's why those why those hit home so much. We need to do one, man. We need to do one. It's been a while. I've been doing a lot of YouTube shorts recently too, guys. Don't forget to check those out. Don't forget to check those out. It's really easy to forget about the YouTube shorts. Sometimes they just fly under the radar, but always go to the videos, refresh it, see if there's any shorts up. They're very, very helpful. I mean, they only take like 50 seconds to watch. You can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with the shorts. Yeah, like the ultimate anxiety motivation one. I got you. Those are some popular ones. Says, I know all of your vids are motivating, but those hit different. No, I got you. I'm glad you recovered from the pizza last night, dude. That was, oof. I don't know what the deal was with that pizza. I mean, it was delicious. Don't get me wrong, but it did not settle well. It did not settle well. But no, Mike, I'll toss that idea around in my head. We'll see what happens. I might do that. You never know. That pizza had me fucked up, dude. It had me fucked up. Not even gonna lie. Let's see. I don't think there's anything we really need to discuss. Any channel news? Anything like that? Anything like that? Is that something they got you doing in your therapy, old mate? I've never heard of it. But this is a perfect opportunity. This is a perfect opportunity to mention something. Just because old mate said he's trying something in his therapy or whatever, if you went to that message and you read what he said he was doing, some method or something, right? Nothing wrong with that, of course. But if you read what he said that he was doing and then you went and Googled it because you're like, oh my God, maybe this is my way to get around anxiety, then you're doing it wrong, man. You still got the wrong mindset, right? I'm not talking about you, old mate, but I'm talking about anyone who reads. If you are guilty of reading comments on the live streams and then thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, maybe this is my way out of anxiety, well then I got news for you. Oh my gosh, you're not facing your anxiety. If that's still your mindset, and again, I'm not talking about you, old mate, right? I'm just talking about comments in general, not necessarily your comment, but comments in general. We have people post comments that say, Wonder Bro, I feel so much better. Thank you for helping me out of my recovery. And then somebody in chat will say, how'd you do it? And I'm like, what do you mean? How'd you do it? What do you mean? Do you watch the live streams? You know what I'm saying? Or you still got a mindset of not wanting to face anxiety? You still got a mindset of thinking there's a secret waiting for you out there, and there's not. There's not. If you want to lose the fear of fear, you got to go through fear. You got to go through fear without the coping methods and the compulsions so that you can see that you can do it, right? If you're always using coping methods and compulsions, you never lose your fear of fear because you think you're just barely surviving. We talked about that a couple days ago. You'll continue to think you're just barely surviving because every time high anxiety rolls around, you do something. You do something to get rid of it. You do something to fight with it. Compulsion, coping method, physical compulsion, mental compulsion. You fight. You run away. Whatever it is you do, you never see it right through, right? Therefore, you can't lose the fear of it. Therefore, your brain continues to think because it sees you doing these compulsions, sees you doing these coping methods, right? It sees this, and it sees that you're still reacting to the fear. You're not facing it. So That's the way, man. That's the way to heal. And again, I'm not talking about you specifically, old mate, but I see it all the time. I see it all the time, man. People read comments and they think, oh man, this guy's got a secret that I don't have. Or oh man, this is my way out of anxiety. Well, you still got the wrong mindset. If that's your mindset, you still got the absolutely the wrong mindset, right? We will never overcome our fear of fear if your mindset is, oh man, I've found a way to get around my anxiety, right? So acceptance is quite the opposite. You're not finding a way to get around the anxiety. You're finding a way to finally tackle it head on, which means every time that high anxiety is there, thoughts or feelings, right? You're no longer reaching for a coping method. You're no longer reaching for a compulsion. You're doing what Dr. Claire Weeks called seeing it right through. That's the way, right? Right? So, again, if your mindset is one of, let me find a way to get around the anxiety, well, then you're never going to overcome your fear of it, right? But if your mindset is, let me drop the compulsions, let me drop the coping methods, every time this high anxiety is there, these feelings and these thoughts, I'm going to do what Dr. Claire Weeks said, see it right through, right? Right? So, again, that's not me calling anybody out in particular. That's just me saying, I see it happen in the comments all the time. People read comments and then they think, oh, this guy's found a secret or something. There's no secrets to be had. If your mindset is still one of trying to get around anxiety, we got to change that, right? We got to change that. We want you to see it right through. Now it's the last 3 videos that were fire. Hey, I appreciate it, Truth. I like to stop looking for peace so I can find it. There you go, dude. There you go. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, absolutely, old mate. No, not a problem at all. Your comment just made me think of that. It has nothing to do with you. Your comment just made me think of how often I see that happen, and I wanted to address it. I wanted to address it because I'm really trying. Okay, I'm really trying here recently. Not that I haven't been trying. But here recently, I've really been trying to get people to wrap their minds around what true acceptance is. It means that you're finally going to face it. And a lot of people say, well, I've been facing it, but have you really? Or have you been using a bunch of compulsions and coping methods, a bunch of physical compulsions, whatever it is for you, a bunch of mental compulsions and coping methods? Or have you really been saying, let's see it right through, right? Or have you really been doing that? I'm trying to get people to wake up, right? I want to help more and more people going into this new year, right? Let's get more and more people to the finish line, and to do that, we gotta make sure you understand what we're saying here. We gotta get you to lose the fear of anxiety, and there's only one way to do that: to face it without the compulsions, without the coping methods, to see it right through, right? This music plus the new mic is chef's kiss. Do I sound good? Is the volume set good, or is it too loud, too low? Let me know, because I'm still very much new to this particular mic, so I'm still messing with the settings and stuff. So if it's ever set too loud and you're hearing that like pop from it being too loud, it gets distorted, please let me know. Or at the same time, if it's ever too low, please let me know. Why is the chat box not working, dude? I don't understand. Let's see if that fixes it. Now it's not working on the post stream either. It used to be just the... Alright, maybe that'll do it. I hope so. Maybe that'll do it. Yeah, absolutely, old mate. Like I keep saying, your comment just made me think of that. So good comment. Any comments that set me off on rants are good comments, because we need to cover these things. We absolutely need to address these things. So good comment. I appreciate it. Hey, what's up, Seven? Yo, Wonder Bro. Hey, the chat's working. Yo, Wonder Bro. Happy New Year. Hey, what's up, Pooty? Pooty the man. What's up, dude? Happy New Year to you, Pooty. Pooty. It's just, it reminds me, so much of myself. For the longest time, I knew about acceptance, but I was still using coping methods and compulsions. So, for example, every time I was highly anxious, I would go and do something to try to get rid of it, right? Whether that was Dr. Google, which it was for a very long time, or whether that was, pacing around the house, or whatever, compulsions and coping methods, they vary from person to person. So, and there's mental compulsions too. If you get a thought or a feeling and you're up in your head trying to argue with it, that's a mental compulsion. But if you get a thought and a feeling, right, either one, a feeling or a thought or a feeling or a thought, doesn't matter, right? Either one, you get those and you don't try to do anything about it. You just continue living your life. You let it play out. That's a good way to put it. You let it play out. You'll start to lose the fear of it. And that's the only way, right? Like, I hate to tell you that, but that's the only way to go through it without trying to do anything about it, so that you can reach the end. You start to lose the fear of it. So that's the only way, right? That's really the only way to overcome your fear of these thoughts and these feelings, and to break out of the fear on fear cycle. And for the longest time, I was claiming to use acceptance. People love to claim to use acceptance. Oh boy, do they love to claim to use acceptance. I was claiming to use acceptance, right? But was still using all the compulsions, all the coping methods, still adding all the fear. I wasn't seeing it right through. I wasn't losing my fear of fear, right? Because I was never letting myself go there. I was always trying to do something about it, which just, ironically, you think that's helping, but it's just keeping you stressed in the end, right? That's the irony of the situation here. Kicking ass and taking names, Hootie. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing, my boy. That's what you're doing, my boy. Hey, what's up, Josh? I hope you're having a good night, dude. Hope you're having a good night, 7. Sanchez with the we're not holiday themed today. Sanchez is just going with straight for Team 69 today with the emojis. I love it. I love it. Thank you again, dude, for sponsoring today's stream. I appreciate it. I appreciate the shit out of that. I really, really do. I thought my acceptance was faulty and tried taking it back to the store for an in-store credit. Well, the thing is, you know, a lot of people's acceptance is faulty, and I don't say that to make you start obsessing about what you're doing wrong. Just ask yourself this one question. You'll have all the answers. When I have high anxiety or thoughts, right, no matter what it's caused by, if I have high anxiety symptoms, thoughts or whatever, do I try to do anything to calm it down? Do I try to do anything to fight with it? Do I try to do anything to appease it? Because if you're trying to appease the anxiety, that means you're reacting to the anxiety with physical or mental compulsions. But if you're just keeping an attitude of, all right, I'm not going to change anything, for the anxiety, if that's your attitude, you got it. So it's not hard to figure out. That doesn't mean that there's not an odd, weird practice stage, because there is. You're not always going to be good at that. Sometimes you're going to resort back to compulsions, coping methods, trying to calm the anxiety, do something about it, not seeing it right through, as Dr. Claire Weeks put it. You know, sometimes that's going to happen, and that's okay, because you're not perfect. You're a human being, and this shit's not the easiest shit in the world, right? It's not. But again, you know, it's very easy to be honest with yourself, and I recommend that you are, because if you want to start making some true progress, you know, you got to be honest with yourself. You do. You absolutely do. For the longest time, I claimed acceptance, but really at the end of the day, every time I had high anxiety, I was going back to the compulsions, the coping methods, trying to do something to calm the anxiety, trying to do something to get rid of the anxiety, you know. That was me for a long time, so that's why I preach the way that I do. It's funny. It's funny because I was checking the comments, because we get comments, of course, after the streams are over. We still get comments. I was reading the comments today. We got a comment from somebody, I don't know who it was, talking about how I repeat myself, right? And I thought that was funny, because the thing about repeating myself is that that'll never change. I will never not repeat myself. And you know why I will never not repeat myself? Is because I've been in the sensitized state. I don't know about this commenter. I don't think they have, because or else they would understand. I've been in the sensitized state. I know how many times you got to hear the same fucking thing again and again until you really start to do the work, right? I know how many times you got to hear the same fucking thing again and again, or else you're just going to keep using the compulsions, keep using the coping methods. You're going to keep fighting the anxiety. You're going to keep trying to do something about it instead of seeing it right through, right? I know how many times you got to hear the same shit again and again when you're in the sensitized state. So, you know, I don't know if this person who was annoyed by me repeating myself, I don't know if they've ever truly been there, because I feel like if you've been there, you would understand why you have to drive the same point home over again and again and again. Um, I noticed it just dies quickly comparing to before. Absolutely, dude. You're on the right track, man. You've been on the right track for quite some time. It's just a matter of continuing to do it. And I'm sure, you've told me before, you're already starting to see major changes in your life. Oh, it absolutely is, Sanchez. It absolutely is. It's necessary. Not only is it good, but repeating these messages, but putting them in different ways is absolutely necessary, because nobody is going to just get it the first time around. Nobody's going to understand and truly internalize it the first time around. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I've never in my life, in all the years that I've been doing this, which I think, my God, it's 2022 now. How long have we been doing this, chat? 3-4 years now? Never in all the years that I've been trying to help people have I ever met somebody and I told them, look, you just got to see the anxiety right through. Drop the compulsions, drop the coping methods, live your life and stop fighting with it all. Just lose your fear of it by seeing it through. I've never met anyone that I've told that to, and then they come back to me next week and say, yep, nailed it, dude. Nailed it. No more problems. Took your advice, ran with it. Never added fear again. I stopped fighting with it completely. Dropped all my compulsions, coping methods. I'm good. Never have I ever had that happen. I'll tell you what I have had happen. I've had the same people come back off and on, right? And tell me, hey, doing good. Then they'll come back and they say, not doing so good. Then they'll come back and say, I got back on the wagon. I'm doing good. Then they'll come back and say, not doing so hot, right? And eventually what happens in the end is they eventually come back and they say, hey, I got my life back, right? It was a repeated up and down process until they lost their fear of the anxiety. It was a repeated facing, a repeated practice of dropping coping methods, of dropping compulsions. It was a repeated practice of changing their relationship towards anxiety until eventually they lost the fear of it. And it was very much an up and down sort of ordeal, right? That's the reality of the situation. That's the reality of the situation. Pooty says, I've had more than major success in my life. I got married, just living my life with anxiety with me. Before I was like, I can't get married with her, with my anxiety. But look at this. You faced it, dude. You went and got married. My boy was scared to get married because he was riddled with so much anxiety. I've been talking to Pooty kind of personally, right? Coaching. And look at my boy now. Look at my boy now. He's married, living his life. Yeah, he still gets anxiety from time to time. But just like he said earlier, it quickly dies out, which tells me he's on the right path, which tells me he's starting to retrain his brain. He might have a little bit more to go. That's okay. No big deal. Look at the progress, right? Was too scared to get married for. Now my boy's married, thanks to this lovely advice, right? He might come back 5 years from now and say, Wonder Bro, your advice, I ended up getting married because of it. Man, I hate you for that. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Whoever says you repeat yourself is a punk ass bitch. I agree. I wasn't gonna say it, but I'm glad somebody said it. I don't want to go that far. I don't know if they're a punk ass bitch. Maybe they were just joking. Right? Maybe they were joking. I don't know. But if they weren't joking, then you're right. Blah blah. They're a punk ass bitch. They're a little punk ass bitch. You won't find any other anxiety YouTubers that says that. Old mate with his brain meat. No, not brain meat, skull meat, right? Is it brain meat or skull meat? Which one? He calls it skull meat, I think. Yeah, it's skull meat because that's what he calls his brain. Yeah, okay, there we go. We got it. We got it. Got to go. See you all next time. See you, old mate. Let me know how your endeavors go with whatever it is you were referring to earlier. Let me know how that goes. Hey, and keep up with acceptance. Have a good one, though. Thank you for stopping by, dude. I appreciate you. from going 2 hours to work than doing everything normal, man, with my anxiety present. You got it, dude. And like you said, it quickly dies out compared to before. You got it. You got it. Happy 69er, dudes and dudettes. Appreciate you, old mate. Skull meat, what's that? That's what old mate refers to his brain as. Skull meat. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Absolutely, old mate. I hope it helps, dude. Keep it up, man. Keep up your acceptance practice regardless, though. I'm telling you, that's gonna take you far, man. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Hey Travis, did you ever get a new phone? I knew you were gonna try to do that. I usually get really nervous before driving and anticipate it. I had to go out by myself today, and I did no anticipation. You guys know I can't say that word. And did not get nervous about the traffic circle. Teared up a little and laughed. I'm actually doing it. It sounds like you're actually doing it, and you know what's going to happen as a result of that? You know what's going to happen as a result of that? You're going to lose your fear of it, right? A lot of people don't like to hear this, but the only way to lose your fear of it is to go through it. Thinking doesn't resolve your fear of it, right? I got a quote that I shared on the Facebook page and Discord, but I'm going to read it to you guys here. So it says, thinking will not overcome fear, right? Thinking will not overcome fear, but action will. So some of you are probably wondering, well, I don't have a fear of this or a fear of that. I'm just anxious most of the time. So what action do I take? Live your life kind of action. Which means when you get anxious, you don't try to think your way out of it. You just allow yourself to be anxious. You embrace it and you see it right through. That's the action you take to overcome it, right? Because you start to lose your fear of it. But congrats, Kate. That's awesome. Keep it up. Whatever it is you decide to do, you know, whatever pace you decide to go at in your journey, be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Be proud of yourself. Skull Meat sounds like the name of a really hardcore metal band. I love it. I love it. Yeah, you do get that giddy feeling sometimes when you don't use your compulsions and you don't use your coping methods and you start to lose the fear of that anxiety in whatever situation. You do get a little giddy, a little teared up sometimes. It's a good moment. It's a great moment. It's a good moment. It's a great moment. I wish we had more music choices. I really do. I'd love to just jam out, man. I'd love to just jam out with you guys, but we're so restricted. We're so restricted to the copyright-free crap. What can you do about it? Let me see if I can change this real quick. Oh boy. Do you miss the sound of this mic, guys? How many of you misses the sound of this mic? The reason we're switching to this mic real quick is because your boy's grabbing a smoke. I don't like to smoke near my setup and shit. How many of you miss the sound of this? Thank you. Just want to say thank you. Since I started watching your videos like 6 months ago, you had helped me more than you know. Hey, I appreciate that. That's why I do what I do. Thank you for coming in and spreading the positivity. Keep it up. Keep it up. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's my motivation right there. Comments like that, that's my motivation. It's nostalgic. I mean, that's a positive way to look at it, I guess. That's the positive way to look at it. Yeah, I mean, I have to switch to it if I'm not going to be like right at the desk or whatever, and I'm just hanging out with chat. Obviously, my new mic is attached to a metal arm, so that's not going anywhere. Hey, appreciate that, Kate, and thank you. Thank you, Kate, for doing that. I do appreciate that. You know how I forget myself sometimes, so really helpful when anybody does that. Really, really helpful. Hey, what's up, Christopher? Dude, we used to rock, I mean, we rocked this mic my whole streaming career. I mean, the new mic itself, though, is helping the channel grow. It really is. Or maybe it's just a coincidence. I don't know. But we've been picking up here recently. I feel it's like maybe it has something to do with people hearing the new quality and it makes them, you know, want to stick around a little bit more. I don't know. Probably just a coincidence. But we have been growing a lot more here recently. I think we're almost at 10.4K. So if you're not subscribed, here's your sign. Here's your sign. Come here, cat. Come here, cat. Come here, kitty. Exit the area, please. Thank you. Thank you. So whenever the cat comes in here, where I stream and stuff, where Nova is at, I always got to make sure it exits the room. Because Nova, who's currently asleep, if she was to wake up, which she did early, here's a story time for you. I was chilling, right? Let me switch to the new mic for this story time. Okay, there we go. I was chilling, chat, just minding my own business at my PC earlier, doing some things, reading some comments, right? And then, out of nowhere, Nova starts going apeshit. I'm not sure what's going on. I just hear her take off. She just takes off like a bullet. And I'm like, what is she doing? Running around the room, right? And then I realize, oh shit, she's after the cat. The cat's in here. The cat must have got in here and hid under the desk or something, and I didn't notice, right? I don't know when it snuck in, but it did, apparently. Nova takes off after it when she realizes that it's in here, knocks my whole streaming setup over, not the computer, thank God, but knocks my keyboard and my mouse over. I've got a can of soda that gets spilled all over the keyboard, all over the mouse. Thank God they still work. The big metal mic arm that my new mic is attached to falls back, hits my TV, almost cracks my TV. The new mic falls off the mount into the floor, rolls across the floor. Everything's a wreck. Nova's got this cat cornered in the corner. Thank God doesn't hurt it. Is trying to. I don't know why she can't stand cats, but she's trying to get at it. I rush over as quick as I can, grab her by the collar, get her put in the kennel. The cat's freaking out, man, and cats are like little ninjas with claws, dude, so I don't want to get close to it, but I kind of like shoo it away so it'll run out the door. It finally runs out the room. I give Nova a minute to calm down. It was just a mess, and the fact that nothing got broken throughout all that, not my TV, not my keyboard, my mouse, my mic, the fact that nothing got broken even though soda went everywhere and shit was falling into this shit is a miracle. It's nothing short of a fucking miracle, I'm telling you. Talk about a disaster. It was close to one. It was close to an absolute disaster. But there's your story time for today. Nova with the pineapple emoji. She still loves that toy, dude. She still loves that toy. LMAO, yeah, it was quite the experience. It was quite the experience. I don't know how nothing got broken, but I'm so glad that nothing did get broken. So do you need to upgrade the camera? The live sign comes in distorted. I don't need to upgrade the camera. I just need to actually start using my Canon camera. Right now I'm using the webcam, and I'll be honest to you, it's because I always forget to charge the battery for the Canon camera. But somebody did send me a link of an adapter that I can buy to where the battery will have constant charge, and then I won't have to worry about charging it. Right? So I'll have no excuses. I need to get that soon. I always think to charge the battery as I'm sitting down to stream. And at that point I'm like, no, I don't feel like waiting for an hour to stream for the battery to charge. I want to start my stream now. I sat down to stream, so I'm going to stream, and then I get lazy. I don't want to charge the battery and postpone the stream. So it's not the most convenient time to remember. Wishing you a very happy new year. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it, dude. Right back at you. I have 3 cats and 2 dogs. I wish Nova got along with the cats. I really do. I've got a couple cats and I've got Nova, but Nova can't get anywhere near the cats because she just takes off after them. And it's like, she's not playing. She's not playing. Some people say, well, maybe you just need to let her get used to the cats. Like, you don't understand. She ain't playing. Like, there ain't no letting her get used to the cats. If I let her, quote unquote, get used to the cats, we gonna have a dead cat. You gotta understand. We gonna have a dead cat. It's gonna be a dead kitty really, really quick. And that almost happened today. Thank God I was able to break it up before it turned into anything. I always crack up when people tell me that, though. They're like, let Nova get used to the cat. Yeah, let me do that. Let me do that. You gonna come to the funeral? You wanna come to the funeral? Since it was your idea? You gonna come to the funeral when I bury the cats? Right? So there's no getting used to each other. It's just not gonna happen. So yeah, we gotta keep them separated. We're definitely gonna have our song tonight, guys. Don't worry. It's been a good one. It's been a good one. Hey, I appreciate that, old mate. Alright, you beautiful people. You beautiful people, beautiful ladies, beautiful gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I'm going to get our song ready to go. We're about at that 1 hour mark. Let's see here. We're going to have to sit through an ad real quick. Anything I want to say, check me out. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even TikTok at Vacate Fear. Appreciate all you guys watching, man. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. We need to get this channel growing, man. Get this information out there to the people who might need it, and the only way to do that is to interact with the channel. So hit that like button. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to get our song going. I love you guys. Thank you to Sanchez for sponsoring. Thank you for Kate for the question that was answered in this stream. I'm getting tongue-tied. Thank you so much, Sanchez. Thank you so much, Kate. Love you guys, and I will see you all very, very soon. Until next time, as always, stay awesome.
I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it die, yeah. Did it die. Did it die. I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die?
Whatever you want, I'll be whatever you want. Just tell me you love me or not, whatever it costs. I know I'm talking a lot, there's something I gotta get off. Don't wanna be this no more, I don't wanna drink no more. Always gotta do the most, thinking that I'm insecure. Really should've listened more, but I don't, of course. I'm an asshole, I'm a good guy, I'm your best friend, I'm the worst type. Tell you everything that you heard right, just so I can fuck on the first night. Feel like I'm losing hope, running from coast to coast. I don't know where to go, this all I've ever known.
I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die.
No.
Did it die?
Wait.
Did it die?
Wait.
Did it die? I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die.
Won't die.
Did it die?
Wait.
Did it die?
Wait.
Did it die?
My aunt think I'm perfect, I know I'm not. My mama be worried, I told her stop. They know I did drugs and think that I'm off. Little do they know I never could stop. My manager hate when I'm pulling up late. Back on my bullshit, she think it's a phase. I got relations I gotta maintain. I'm two different people, my side and my main. Yeah, I'm sober, I'm an addict, I'm a lowlife, I got habits, but I refuse to be average. Really so tired of acting, don't know what I miss no more. Too bad you don't hit me more. I'm bad when I get too bored, careful what you wishing for.
I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die.
No.
Did it die?
Wait.
Did it die?
Wait.
Did it die? I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die.
Won't die.
Did it die?
Wait.
Did it die?
Wait.
Did it die?